On our fourth day in Tel Aviv, we went to the Palmach Museum in the morning and then headed back to our hotel for a day of relaxing by the pool because Jason wasn't feeling well. We then went back to our room to get ready for dinner, but little did we know our vacation was about to come to an abrupt standstill. So, Jason tested positive for COVID.
I'd like to thank Moderna.
Okay.
Because I'm feeling very, very fine. It's like a minor cold.
Yeah, so I was getting ready for dinner tonight, and Jason decided to go for a walk. And when he came back, he had a COVID test with him. And he took it, and it came out positive. And then he took it 2 more times, and they all came out positive. So,
3.
Yes, 1 plus 2 more times equals 3. Yeah, so he took it 3 times, and they all came out positive. I took it once, and it came out negative, but we're just...
I hear you have a cough now.
I do have a cough and a little bit of a sore throat.
Uh-oh, that's how it starts.
So I don't know if it's all in my head because he tested positive, I tested negative. But yeah, we're quarantining together, and this is day 4 of our trip. So it's a big disappointment. We're not supposed to leave for another like a day and a half. So we are really, really hoping that we will, or at least Jason, well, both of us. Yeah, so we're really hoping that both of us will test negative by the time that we are scheduled.
The hotel said we can leave if we test negative.
Yeah, so hopefully we will.
Actually, it didn't seem to care either way, but...
So yes, hopefully we both test negative on Saturday and we can leave. But for now, we have to stay in this room and not leave. We're gonna take you along on the journey of what it's like to be cooped up in this room, except probably not tonight, because it doesn't quite hit us yet. It's just kind of like a normal night. If we were at home, we would just be like at home watching TV. So it hasn't hit us yet, but we will get back to you tomorrow to see how we're doing. So good night, and we'll see you tomorrow. So, I have COVID as well.
Hold on, let me change my t-shirt.
So, I have COVID as well. This morning I woke up with a really sore throat and I've just been feeling really lousy all day. I haven't taken a test, but Jason has taken 4 tests and they all come back positive, so pretty sure that I have it too. So we've talked to our tour guide and the hotel here, and I think people don't really know what is going on and how to handle it, but I think that the consensus that we've reached is that we have to stay in our hotel for 5 days.
With one exception.
We'll get there. We have to stay in our hotel room for 5 days and then test negative before we can leave. So we are stuck in this room. We've extended our stay. We were supposed to be leaving Tel Aviv tomorrow morning, and we won't be doing that. We won't be leaving till Tuesday now, so we've extended our stay here. But another situation has developed since we've been in this room, and let Jason tell you about that because he knows a little bit more.
Terrorists from the Gaza Strip have fired rockets into Israel. Apparently one of them hit, or it was probably intercepted around Rishon LeZion, which is, we're there 2 days ago. It's about, I don't know, 20 minutes away.
Yeah, and about 20 minutes ago we heard a very loud
which was probably
bang,
the interceptor.
and it shook the building a little bit. So we think that was an interceptor.
Attention, this is a security announcement. Please evacuate to the shelter located near the stairs on your floor.
Hello and welcome to day 3 of quarantine. I don't feel any better today, so it's probably just going to be another day in bed for me. But Jason seems to feel perfectly fine, but I do not. I might even feel worse, maybe a little bit. Oh, my throat really hurts, my head hurts, my body's achy. So this is not the way I wanted to spend my vacation in Israel.
Last night was uneventful. There were no sirens, so we got a good night's sleep. No rockets close to Tel Aviv, so we're doing okay.
That's a siren there. It's probably in like Bat Yam or... You hear it? Let's go. Let's go.
What?
Let's go.
I'm going.
Put on the mask here.
I'm trying, dear, I'm trying.
Thank you. Put out.
Wait, this is it?
It's Holon, which is right next door in Rishon LeZion. It's close. It'll be fine.
So we're in the shelter and we seem to be the only people in here. It is about 6 o'clock, so everyone's probably out for the day.
I thought it would be louder, the
Right?
hotel.
Welcome to day 4 of quarantine. I feel a little bit better, but still very sick. I've not done anything the past 3 or 4 days. Just sitting in bed. The days go by surprisingly quick though for not really doing anything, probably because I'm sick and just don't really have the energy to do anything anyway. But Jason
I'm feeling great.
has been doing great. After that first initial day, the next day just...
I walked 10 kilometers yesterday in the room, back and forth, back and forth. I'll do the same today. After I get my sun.
Right now he's doing his sun tanning portion of the day while the sun hits that spot. And then when the sun stops hitting that spot, he'll resume his walking. So yesterday, there was the sirens, and we had to go to the bomb shelter. But we were only in there for like no more than 5 minutes, and then we got called back, so.
The rocket was intercepted.
Yeah, so the rocket was intercepted, as it normally is, so we probably weren't in too much of a danger, especially here in Tel Aviv. But yeah, haven't had any other sirens since then. But yeah, tomorrow will be our last day of quarantine. It also happens to be our birthdays, so it's gonna suck that we're stuck in here, but hopefully I'll feel even better tomorrow. My nose is really, really runny, and my throat is less sore though, but my nose has just been running non-stop today, so really hope that symptoms get cleared up quickly.
שימו לב, זוהי הודעת ביטחון. נא להתפנות לחדרי הביטחון הממוקמים ליד קרמי המדרגות בקומה. Attention, this is a security announcement. Please evacuate to the shelter located near the stairs on your floor.
Do you have the key?
Yeah, I have the key. Yeah, I have the key.
Is it the new one or the old one?
Attention, this is a security announcement. Please evacuate to the shelter located near the staircase on your floor. Please remain calm.
A ver, voy por mi mamá. ¿Qué? Agarro Valeria, voy por mi mamá.
So we've just returned from our second trip to the bomb shelter. No one here in Tel Aviv really seems to care. Life just goes on as normal when the sirens go off, and also the sirens, at least in the part of Tel Aviv that we're in, are very, very faint and you can barely hear them. And then the hotel makes an announcement to go to the bomb shelter. And yeah, you're not usually there for too long. It's been like 5 minutes and then they tell you to come out. Although this time I'm not sure they told us to come out.
The Iron Dome missile defense system boasts a 97% interception rate and has allowed life to remain very normal. It is sad, it is unfortunate, but you know, thank God for the Iron Dome, and from all news reports, there's been no damage, no casualties from the salvo, and in previous salvos, over I think 1,000 rockets have now been fired. There have been very, very, very minimal injuries. So thank God for that.
They also called a ceasefire for 8 p.m. tonight, and when we got called to the bomb shelter, it was about 20 minutes before 8, which they say is because they want to get as many rockets fired as possible before they have to stop firing. So that is why we had the siren, but it is after 8 now, so we should actually be okay. Hopefully,
yeah, you'll see.
We won't have another call to the bomb shelter. It's unfortunate that Israel has to worry about these kinds of things, but they have perfected, well, they've almost perfected a system to keep their citizens safe, so it's pretty safe to travel here, live here. Even though we've been called to the bomb shelter twice, I have not felt scared at all.
And this does not often occur. This is not like a daily or weekly or monthly occurrence. This is a pretty rare occurrence. Generally, conflict will erupt every 4 to 5 years kind of thing.
Yeah, and we just happen to be here on one of those times. But again, I've not been in fear for my safety, and if you look out on the streets, like when we first start hearing the sirens and before they make the announcement and we look out on the streets, like nobody cares. And then we've been watching the news here. We can't understand what they're saying, but the general gist that we get is that they're interviewing people on the street and they don't care. Life just goes on.
If you look out the window, people are they're playing volleyball on the beach, they're running, they're jogging, they're on scooters on the promenade over the beach. Life goes on.
Yeah, so here in Tel Aviv it is very, very rare for a rocket to get through, so that is probably why people just carry on. They're probably very used to it. And it's kind of like, a fire alarm in a condo building. Nobody really cares.
It's not a horrible analogy. I mean, it's a little bit different in the south and in border communities in Sderot, in Ashkelon, that kind of thing, because there's many more rockets. But again, 97% are intercepted, and there's been no fatalities, and the casualties have been incredibly minor in nature. I think to date there's been like 25 from this round, at least 25 people who had injuries. Most of those were injuries incurred running to a bomb shelter, as well as panic attacks. I think 2 soldiers were very, very lightly injured. So the system works both from a Iron Dome perspective and a civil protection perspective.
Anyways, that's all for tonight probably. Tomorrow is our birthday, so and our last day of quarantine, so we'll probably be back at you with a lot more. There'll be a lot more activity here. We'll be getting ready to leave, celebrating our birthdays, and hopefully taking some negative COVID tests. But anyways, good night, and we'll see you tomorrow. Katrina from the present here. Unfortunately, the rest of the footage for this video was lost when I dropped and broke my hard drive. I did send it off to get fixed, and what you saw in the first part of this video when we were in Israel was what was able to be salvaged. Unfortunately, our entire birthday day footage was completely lost. However, you didn't really miss much. It was a very eventful day. We just spent it pretty much like all the other 4 days. There were no more rocket attacks or trips to the bomb shelter, and yeah, we just spent the day trying to recover. I was starting to feel a lot better. However, I had not yet tested negative. I was still testing positive that day, but we celebrated our birthdays by ordering in from some takeout. We had been eating room service the entire time, so it was a little bit of a treat to order out somewhere else. However, the food was not very good. It was very disappointing. Yeah, we got packed up and we kind of just were hoping that the next day I would
test negative. We had plans to check out of the hotel, and our guide was coming to get us, so we were crossing our fingers and hoping that I would test negative. And I did test negative that morning, so we were good to go and continue on with our touring of Israel. So in the next video, that's what you will be seeing. We headed off to Jerusalem when we got out of quarantine, so that will be in the next video, what we got up to in Jerusalem. Thank you so much for watching for this video, and we hope to see you in the next one.